After Tencent came in and purchased a big wad of Ubisoft, took away their prime IP and left the rest of the company to rot, guess what? The rest of the company's rotting. Don't worry about any of that. Hi everyone, it's Az here from... Hi everyone, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface. Recently, of course, Tencent made a significant investment into Ubisoft, not purchasing the company outright, but that's not what they wanted to do. What they wanted to do was make that significant investment, take away the biggest IP that the company has, which was the Rainbow Six, the Far Cry, and the Assassin's Creed brands, and, well, the rest of the company could do what the hell they wanted to do, because the brands that they took, they actually saw some value in. The rest, not so much. And this division of Ubisoft now has a name, and it's going to go by Vantage Studios. Vantage Studios will include Ubisoft's offices in Montreal, Quebec, Sherbrooke, Saguenay, Barcelona, and Sofia, with the group totaling around 2,300 employees. But this is the interesting part. The new division reflects Ubisoft's previously stated intention to reorganize into creative houses, aka butchering the IP that they think will make money for them, Tencent, not Ubisoft, Tencent, and the rest of it can do one. And even though Tencent only have a 25% stake in Vantage Studios, obviously their influence has been made very clear indeed, with them breaking away from Ubisoft and taking those major IP along with it. But that 25% does make up $1.25 billion. Now, it didn't take a genius to work out that Tencent had its own specific motivations here, and they didn't really care what happened to the other 75% of Ubisoft. And guess what? That's exactly what has happened. Yes, we are now seeing the ramifications of that as layoffs, or in this earlier case, voluntary layoffs, are now being felt across Ubisoft. Ubisoft is asking staff at the Division Studio, Massive Entertainment, to volunteer to be laid off. That's nice. The Star Wars Outlaws studio, oh no, that absolute corker of a video game, is giving staff the opportunity to take their next career steps on their own terms. What an absolute load of bollocks. You're being fired. Ubisoft Studio Massive Entertainment has asked staff to volunteer to be laid off before we fire you if you don't accept it. The Swedish developer, which is best known for the Division series, but most recently worked on Star Wars Outlaws, which was an absolute mitigated disaster. Not only was it a disaster, but again, we've spoken about TV and film and how companies have had an absolute slam dunk and then decided to go down the ESG, DEI, or current day far leftist political avenue and just wiping millions of not just potential audience, but dollars off their product. It was the same here with Star Wars Outlaws. You have to, absolutely have to imagine that when this idea first came into conception, this was going to be a Han Solo video game. But then some fucking genius said, why have Han Solo, a beloved character by everyone, when we can, check notes, have some bland as fuck, ugly, flat-chested, flat-ass, brunette wanker as the main protagonist instead? That will print money. It's not even clarified whether or not that game sold over 1 million copies, by the way. The last time we knew was around 800,000. Not only did Star Wars Outlaws sell absolutely abysmally and certainly didn't go down well with audiences, but it was bug-ridden beyond comprehension. And
I'm trying to stop coughing. And I'm so sorry. You know when you try to hold it back?
And I know somebody that's making a very long video about it.
I'm so sorry.
Are you finished yet?
No.
All right, get back to work. Fucking can't get the staff nowadays, can you? In what can only be described as Corporation Steiner Maths, in a statement posted on its official X account, Massive stated that it planned to strengthen its focus on the Division series and the Snowdrop engine, and as a result, it was reducing its numbers. The studio is asking staff to volunteer for, quote, career transition. Yeah, you're transitioning from a career to having no career, presumably in an attempt to identify who's willing to be laid off before it has to potentially start its own layoff procedure. There's no potential about it. It's an absolute. If you're asking people to voluntarily leave the company, it means you're seeing who will do that of their own accord. And if they don't, you will force it upon them, aka fire them. Now get ready for the most corpse speak of corpse speak that's ever corpse spoken from a corporation desperate to corpse speak. As part of our ongoing evolution and long-term planning, we have recently realigned our teams and resources to strengthen our roadmap, ensuring our continued focus on the Division franchise and the technologies including Snowdrop and Ubisoft Connect that power our games. To support this transition responsibly, we introduced a voluntary career transition program. I've never heard such bullshit in all my life. Giving eligible team members the opportunity to take the next career step on their own terms out of the front door, supported by a comprehensive package that includes financial and career assistance. You'll get fucking severance. Now, this announcement came just merely hours after another Ubisoft studio, Red Lynx, also announced that it was set to start making layoffs. But I guess they're also strengthening their team and strengthening their commitment to the roadmap of the technology that's going to drive them forward, or whatever other bollocks they want to say. They're firing people and they're doing it the soft way first. And if the soft way doesn't work, then they're going to do it the hard way. And yes, that is absolutely what she said. Ubisoft has in total a massive amount of employees, somewhere in the region of 17, 18 odd thousand of them. Because of what's happening and because of what's happened with their recent games and the failures thereof them, it seems pretty logical that they're going to be downsized and potentially downsized quite dramatically. We might even find that the studios just start to branch off into their own, no pun intended, divisions. But right now, Ubisoft are doing exactly what it looked like was going to happen when Tencent came in and pillaged the big IP. Layoffs. Oh well, couldn't happen to a better company. I'll see you in the next video. You take care. Goodbye, Baloo Boo.